Trying to move back here now. But sure, we're standing on this right, standing on this here, I'm just going to go that way. Oh, I don't want to. Thank you.
Well, hello and welcome to Crumlin Leisure Centre for tonight's Under-13 Subway sponsored NIBFA Cup semi-final between Glenavon and Portstewart, both from the Premier Division of the National League. I'm Barry Green. This is the second half. The first half we weren't able to bring you, unfortunately, but I must say that you've missed very little. It's scoreless at the break. The Lurgan Blues, seen here in blue and white, trying to get warm in your picture, is Scott McKnight. They're playing here in blue and white. Glenavon, not the easiest of conditions, certainly not for me to try to pick out any of the players, but we'll do our best this evening. Glenavon have dispatched Bloomfield, Moyola, Anna, Ridgeway and St Malachy's in the previous rounds, whilst Portstewart have overcome challenges from Maiden City, from Glentoran, from the South Belfast League, Macrofeld Sky Blues Crusaders and also Lisburn Youth. Long punt towards the Glenavon goal, goes harmlessly wide, and that'll be an easy take for goalkeeper Carter Tuffy. Familiar name, I suspect Johnny Tuffy has something to do with that. Former international goalkeeper, of course, spent many a year in Scotland.
Johnny, come closer. Boys, we need to be a bit closer to each other.
That's better from Portstewart. Pass down the line is originally from Rhys Campbell, but it's now Glenavon. They're surging forward, and it looked pretty much like a free kick, and it is. Take a run through the two team lineups then as we hear a plane overhead. Up, of course, here near the airport, the international airport at Aldergrove, hence why we're hearing aviation up above. We can see two players stood over this. I think it looks very much like it's Austin Galt, and those numbers of Glenavon, they look to be in almost light grey or white. They are difficult to pick out. But here is Austin Galt. Good shot on target. And over the top of the crossbar from Taylor Hamilton. So very close then from Glenavon. We'll run through the two team lineups in just a second. So Glenavon playing in the blue and white colours. That's young Scott McKnight playing it right back here, taking this throw in. Carter Tuffy in goal, Carter Little, Noah Haw, Will Davison and Scott McKnight across the back. Jack Feeney, Alfie Pollock, Charlie Hill and Taylor Hamilton in midfield, and Billy McGee partnered by Austin Galt up top for Glenavon. Glenavon, who have hit at least four in every round of this competition in the Under-13 NIBFA Cup. Unusually yet to hit the target here. Hey, the lights are on. Well, that's a big bonus for us. We can now pick the numbers out. Portstewart in red here have Ashton Dallas in goal. Across the back it's Noah McGrotty, Adam Moore, Sean Hughes the skipper, and Rhys Campbell. In midfield it's Leon Stafford, Lewis McDowell, Josh Adams, a guy who's playing 2 years up, Alfie Glenn, Kenzie Gamble, the leading scorer for Portstewart, and Noah Tohill, another guy playing a year up. On the bench, incidentally, is a certain Harry Gregg, and told it's grandson of former Manchester United legend of Munich, and in those World Cups for Northern Ireland as well.
Set up early.
So 0-0 if you've just joined us. It's Glenavon 0, Portstewart 0. I can see the conditions are difficult enough for these young lads. It's good skipping down that flank from Glenavon, but solid defending from Noah McGrotty.
Let's set it all, stay. Be better, Billy.
Well, the crowd have come here.
Hey, Corey, in the
They've
last man.
braved the elements at the Leisure Centre complex here at Crumlin. Fantastic facility. You can see in your picture running the line is Brendan O'Neill from the NIBFA organisation. Fantastic job that they do as well. Charlie Hillett was coming through on that occasion. And now the ball was with Jack Feeney. And that's good play from Billy McGee. Stepping, of course, towards his own teammates. Not from an offensive position where he'd hoped to be, but it's good teamwork nonetheless. A bit of tracking back. Free kick again awarded to Portstewart. Portstewart themselves have had quite the journey on the way to the semi-final, beating Lisburn Youth by 5-2. They then beat Crusaders 3-1 and followed up with a 4-0 success. That was against Macrofeld Sky Blues. Then came that win over Glentoran from South Belfast League by 8-3. So quite a convincing win there. And in the last round dispatched Maiden City by 4-2. So they have made such an account of themselves, made such an impression in this season's competition in the NIBFA Cup. And they will certainly remember tonight, if not for the weather conditions. For the top, runs all the way through to Carter Tuffy. Well, still 0 each between Glenavon and Portstewart in the 6:30 kickoff at the Crumlin Leisure Centre. Again, not the throw-in that Kenzie Campbell was looking for. Sudden conditions
Corey, can you come on over the other side? There's where you should have been. Quickly, Jack. Quickly. Get past Scotty. Scotty's away. Go on.
Ball down the line this time from Jack Feeney. And again, nothing to play with down the line.
Jack. Jack. Quick in it.
Manager Craig Morrow will be hoping that his Glenavon charges can set up a fixture with either Glentoran or Cliftonville. Sides playing in the other semi-final. Throw taken again for Portstewart by Kenzie Campbell. Covering this time from Sean Hughes. Okay, so the ball will be left for young Jack Feeney again. He'll see take the throw in. It's a foul throw by the looks of it this time. And we've played 11 minutes in this second half so far. Still no sign of a goal. This is the first of two semi-finals taking place here this evening, the other in the under-15 NIBFA Cup. It features Crusaders and also Glentoran.
Come on, Corey, you've got to get involved. Walk to the fight, come on. Over the far side, come on.
Opportunity again thwarted down the far touch line. Glenavon trying to break over halfway. Just waiting a little too long. In possession, we're Glenavon. Here's Feeney. We'll get it back here, Feeney. Tidying up though, done combination of Josh Adams and Sean Hughes. Campbell just played the ball high into the sky here. Lost possession, and now Glenavon the chance to break. Campbell still down. The ball in the end wound up in the back of the Portstewart goal, but the whistle went well in front of that. Offside given. Play about to get back underway. Still we with the game's first goal. And that's well played by Hughes. Teams just struggling to get the ball down and to inject any fluency into their play. Adams. Throw in Glenavon. Here's Feeney. Flicked on there by, it could have been Gold. In fact, it may well have been Corey Hamilton. Jack Feeney looking for options. Opportunity for a shot. I think that was Carter Little who had that effort. On 45 minutes, and it was well watched in the end by Ashton Dallas.
Good, Jacob. Good. Glenavon, Campbell starting to step up a wee bit. Watch your left shoulder, Bailey.
Here's Hughes.
Good. Second. Don't need all three of you.
Surely couldn't be any more rain left in the sky. More defending to do for Portstewart, certainly under the cosh here in the second half. Here's Jack Feeney. Attempt at an overhead kick from Corey Hamilton. Still the ball though continues to come back towards the Portstewart goal. Still it remains 0-0. It's very tight here in the centre of midfield. The ref has blown for a free kick on Lewis McDowell. There would have been a throw in for Portstewart in any case. As if the Portstewart players need to push up in numbers. Too many options there on that occasion. Ball, Will Davison. Foul on it was Billy McGee in the end. Here is Taylor Hamilton, captain's armband on for Glenavon. Those luminous orange boots of his. Goalkeeper had to be careful there, Ashton Dallas. Skidded quite quickly off the surface. Davidson inside, and Glenavon certainly getting much more of a foothold in this fixture. There's a through ball. It could catch the Glenavon keeper out. An opportunity for the first goal of the game. And there it is. It comes for Portstewart. And it's Leon Stafford who scored here. Almost 19 minutes into the second half. And you have to say, against the run of play, Portstewart will not mind. Make no doubt about that, but it's Leon Stafford who has put the Ports in front. They lead Glenavon by goal to 0. Well, that should certainly waken up the Lurgan Blues players. Combination of great anticipation from Stafford in the through ball, and perhaps the timing from the run of the goalkeeper coming out of his box took him out of the position that he would wanted to have been in. Young Tuffy. He had no cover either from his defenders. And that led Leon Stafford to have the opportunity around the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper needs to come the other end now. There's time yet for Glenavon to respond. Lurgan Blues beat Bloomfield in the first round, followed up with a 1-0 success against Moyola, and dispatched of Anna, Ridgeway Rovers and St Malachy's in the previous round. So plenty of goals in this Glenavon team. Well, this is a platform for Portstewart to build upon here in this Subway NIBFA Under-13 Cup semi-final. This Portstewart team won the plate competition at last year's Foyle Cup, so they are certainly familiar to knowing what's required. Stick together well as a unit. We know that. We've done that so far here this evening. Ashton Dallas makes a confident claim for Portstewart. Taken in by Josh Adams. The ball around the corner as well, finding Stafford. And this is better build-up play from Portstewart. Seized upon again by Kenzie Gamble. Can he get the cross in for Portstewart? Skips past the first man. Strong challenge second time around, but that'll be a corner kick to Portstewart, who lead here by goal to 0.
Corridor, leave it! Doesn't need to be in there. Out.
There is the corner. Comes in towards the 6-yard box and is dealt with by Taylor Hamilton. Put clear by Glenavon once more. The ball on the halfway line. Great effort in the end from Kenzie Gamble. First time shot. He was offside, he knew it, as did Carter Tuffy. There's 24 minutes gone in the second half. Portstewart leading thanks to Liam Stafford's goal, rounding the outcoming Carter Tuffy, should say. And Eric Glenn and the backroom staff from Portstewart will be immensely proud at this stage. He'll know though that this is a precarious lead. It's one that his team have to work to protect and secure. Not the cross that Glenavon needed, trailing here by 0-0. Kick. Didn't go far enough to totally clear the danger for Portstewart. Will win a throw. Kenzie Gamble, who took that throw. Time effort on goal, again gathered by Dallas, who's been immaculate with his handling in this second half. Both goalkeepers know that this ball is slippery, be an easy one to drop. Have to concentrate that bit more. That's good play again from Josh Adams. It's good by Adams. And tries once more to pick out the run of Stafford. Stafford tries to cut back onto that preferred right foot of his. It's good build-up play from Stafford. The ball initially went to Alfie Glenn. Couldn't quite capitalise though.
Get a ball!
Davison to Taylor Hamilton. Just punting every ball downfield now. They need to be careful not to be hit on the break like they were for the game's only goal, Glenavon. Again, Stafford comes in. Good number 9 play. Stepping in to assist the midfield when needed. Good covering from Noah McGrotty.
Well, go into where the D is. Yeah, in the D, that's it.
Time running out for Glenavon in their hunt to meet the winners of Glentoran or Cliftonville in May's showpiece finale in the under-13 NIBFA Cup. Don't want to lose here. Oh, it's an opportunity! It's a mistake from the goalkeeper. And Glenavon equalise as time was just about running out. I'll tell you, you have to be switched on at every single opportunity here, and you have to be ready to take that chance as well. And that goal looks to have been scored by Glenavon's Charlie Hill. Charlie Hill makes it 1 apiece. A bit of miscommunication there at the back for Portstewart. When the ball came across the 6-yard box, it was missed by Ashton Dallas. And Charlie Hill there to take full advantage. So one apiece, and
Charlie, work, drop.
this will get a period of extra time if the teams can't be separated. At the end of normal time, that is. Glenn plays the ball towards Adams. Stepping in was Reese Campbell. It's all the way back to his goalkeeper from Adam Moore. Davison. Well, having been behind, it's Glenavon. They're now pushing for what could be a winner. So one apiece at Crumlin Leisure Centre in this under-13 NIBFA Cup semi-final. And the story of the game so far, if you've just joined us, Leon Stafford put Portstewart in front after 49 minutes. And just a couple of minutes ago, Ashton Dallas looked to come to collect in goal for Portstewart. And some way or t'other, the ball whizzed past him, and there pretty much stood on the goal line was Charlie Hill for Glenavon. Charlie Hill made no mistake, didn't expect him to either. Put clear by Kenzie Gamble. Good play there from Alfie Pollock. Well, there is the referee's full-time whistle. That's a full 60 minutes played.
Get some water.
These teams at full-time, no separating them. And it will go into extra time.
We still got some left in us, Thomas!
Boys, let's go. We expect it. Boys, here. Corey, I fancy water here.
Well, at full time after 60 minutes between Glenavon and Portstewart in the semi-final of the under-13 NIBFA Cup, sponsored by Subway. It was one apiece. Goal from Leon Stafford put Portstewart in front, and Charlie Hill scored just a couple of minutes from full time to make it one apiece. That goal coming for the Lurgan Blues. Very timely it was. It put this match into extra time. We'll have 10 minutes each way. And if the teams still can't be separated, it will go to penalties. Plenty of instructions being given out on the pitch. Both teams know through the words of Craig Morrow for Glenavon and Eric Glenn of Portstewart what's required in this extra time period. I probably wouldn't have played too many matches that have gone all the way, and let's hope it can be settled in normal time. Penalties themselves can be quite callous, particularly for anybody who misses. But we're underway in this first half of extra time, and it's Portstewart playing in red, Glenavon in the blue and white colours. The ball with Kenzie Gamble. Early free kick then. In extra time goes Glenavon's way. It's a neat flick on. Should run all the way through to the Portstewart goalkeeper, Ashton Dallas. He had the opportunity to pick it up on the first occasion. Volleys it clear second time around. Ref spotted a free kick. That'll be a foul and a chance to regroup for Portstewart. Noel McGrotty is in possession of the ball. Looks for options, and you can see Glenavon just committing the one player up top this minute in time. Looks as if it's Corey Hamilton leading the line. Portstewart staying quite protective in sitting with four tucked in at the back. Going to possibly do the same that they did earlier in the game. And Leon Stafford put them in front. Here is Adams. Had to be timely tackle and was. The ball runs out on the far side for corner kick. Need to be careful here for the Glenavon players. It's Ethan Jennett who looks to have come on, who's in frustration. Knocked the ball over the fencing around the perimeter of the pitch. Corner kick Portstewart defending to do for Glenavon. They will get it clear though. Adams again. I'd like to still have it, but there's a Glenavon player down. He looks to be in pain. May well be Jennett. Let's hope the Lurgan Blues player is back on his feet any moment now. Still 0-0 between Glenavon and Portstewart. We lit the bed for plenty of these guys this evening. Even later for players set to follow on in what has been scheduled to kick off at 8:15. It's subject, of course, to whether this match goes to penalties. That pit's Crusaders, managed by Paul Boyle, and Glentoran with with Paul Wilson as the man in charge there. Plenty of talent on show from, in particular, the club NI setup. Looking forward to that one this evening. There's 5 minutes gone here, and there could well be some additional time to add on at the end of this first half of extra time. We're about to get back underway. The treatment having been given to the Glenavon player.
Hey, Glenavon, we've got to switch on!
Reese McDowell, who's come on for Portstewart. Play does eventually get back underway, and nothing major in terms of an injury to report, thankfully. Portstewart take the opportunity to come forward with Leon Stafford. And here is an opportunity potentially to substitute Reese McDowell, who we mentioned just a moment or two ago. Goalkeeper Carter Tuffy had to come at pace there to thwart Portstewart. Here's McGrotty, right back, takes a throw in. It's a decent throw as well. They're looking to win a corner kick here. Glenavon have other ideas though. The ball runs out for a throw. Logan Blues keen to get on with things here. Will come all the way across to Will Davison. Davison up against McDowell, goes past him. There's a late kind of challenge from McDowell. It's well spotted by tonight's referee.
My opinion means nothing today.
A few wipes to the camera. I'll have to bear with us for that. It's just one of those evenings. Taylor Hamilton with the free kick for Glenavon. Hits it in towards the 18-yard box and will run out for corner kick. So Glenavon continuing to put the pressure on Portstewart. Here is the corner. Doesn't beat the man at the front post. Header from Alfie Glenn for Portstewart. Puts it out for another corner kick. There's an opportunity. And Portstewart just about clear their lines. Pinball across the 6-yard box. And for a moment I thought the ball was going to be there to hit for Glenavon. Not to be. Portstewart, you feel, just need to get the ball down, get a couple of passes, ground passes together. Leon Stafford gives chase, but
Come on!
it's a difficult shift up there, particularly for those long balls up over the top.
Do your job!
Did a great job though. Gives his teammates, Adam Moore I can see coming up from the back, and others a chance to get forward. Almost 10 minutes played! And a header just whizzed wide off the Glenavon goal. It was extremely close for Glenavon. Those partial chances, and could well be game over. We're that close to the end of this fixture. Ball from Davison. He'll get it back here, Davison. Ricochets back off him. That's again a straight chase. And look, he's in again. That's great running. What a save by the goalkeeper. It needed to be. But Leon Stafford continues to trouble that Glenavon rear guard. That really was a good opportunity. He showed the pace, the true pace that he has. And Glenavon living extremely dangerously. Good save that by Carter Tuffy. A few minutes left in this first period of extra time, you would feel, giving the stoppage that we had. Throw in, Glenavon. Decent interplay at the far side.
Ethan, where you go? Ethan, yours!
With the challenge.
Go ahead, come on!
It's a good opportunity for set piece delivery. Here comes the corner kick for Glenavon. And the ball all the way through to the back post and couldn't quite convert. It's with Taylor Hamilton now. The referee has blown. It's going to be a goal kick potentially.
In there. Pass him on the midfielder.
It's a strong challenge coming in from Bergen Blues player Ethan Jennett. Attempted an effort and goal from Josh Adams. Didn't quite get it all. It goes harmlessly wide of Carter Tuffy's goal. Back underway. Taylor Hamilton has it. Quick goal kick taken.
Come on, Corey! Seconds! Come on!
Again, it should run comfortably out of play. looks as if it'll be a throw-in down near the corner flag, and those can be difficult. In fact, they won't have to take it. The referee blows to signal the end of the first half in extra time. We'll have another 10 minutes here. And the best opportunity of that opening 10 minutes there in extra time. Through ball, which picked out Portstewart's goal scorer, I should say, Leon Stafford. And Stafford throughout this game has shown that he has pace to burn, having scored the game's opening goal on 49 minutes. Stafford charged towards the Glenavon goal, but Carter Tuffy made a great save to thwart the Portstewart front man, and it remains tied 1 apiece as we go into the second period of extra time. 10 minutes to go. If we don't have a goal here, we'll go to penalties. Haven't covered a penalty shootout in quite a while, so that could be interesting. Nerve-wracking time as well.
Seconds, go on, pick it up. Oh, Carter, little better. Beauty stand, next ball, up you get.
Some robust challenges, fair ones as well, going in on the halfway line. Portstewart now playing from right to left as we look in the red colours. Shot on goal. I think again it was from Leon Stafford. Portstewart looking towards their talisman to get them 2-1 in front. Now defending to do down the other end here at Crumlin Leisure Centre. Very nearly found its intended target, but good defending by the captain of Portstewart. That's Sean Hughes. That's a good take and a decent shot on goal as well. Good save, however, by Ashton Dallas. Could well have been Will Davidson, I think, who had that effort on goal. So chances continuing to come in the match. It'll take something special in the remaining 8 minutes here to prevent this fixture from going to penalties.
Give yourself a yard. Come on, Jacko. Big cover. Jack here, Jack.
Good play out this from the back from Glenavon. Same time it was excellent pressure from Josh Adams. I have to say I've been impressed by him in the engine room of that Portstewart midfield. Guy playing up in terms of years, and looks to be one for not only the present but the future as well. Playing overhead, possibly headed towards sunnier climes, unlike us here this evening. There's an opportunity. Oh, he just teed it wide. Did Corey Hamilton. I thought it was going to open up for Hamilton on that occasion. In fact, he probably had a little bit more time than he thought. Portstewart defenders just sitting a little bit off Glenavon's striker. No nonsense clearance from Kenzie Gamble. Throwing Portstewart. Pace as we enter the game's final 5 minutes. Remainder of extra time. The second period of extra time. Opportunity to turn for Billy McGee. The ball's out the left flank. Well cut out by Glenn. Good clearance. It will buy Portstewart some precious yards. Possession again though. And a good ball down the line to find Hamilton. Hamilton wins the corner kick. 4.5 minutes to play. Can either of these two teams conjure up a winner?
Austin, on the D! Corey, get on the keeper, come on! Oh, Corey, get on the...
Short corner taken. It was Ethan Jennett trying to manufacture and conduct that move, but Glenavon inadvertently have found themselves back with the ball at their own goalkeeper. At his feet anyway. Still, they come forward. Glenavon. There's a goal at this stage, you do feel it'll win it. Portstewart needing to clear the danger. Still they haven't done. It'll be a corner kick. 3 minutes of normal time in extra time. That is 3 minutes remaining. Oh, deep cross into the box, and I think the man holding his head, the player at the back post, was the skipper, Taylor Hamilton. He knows he could and maybe should have done better. Needs to dust himself down, and I'm sure management of both teams will be starting to think about who will ask to step up to hit the spot kicks. Good catch by Portstewart's number 1, Dallas. Chasing back to do. Lewis McDowell, who put the ball out of play. Lots of players on the touchline. They're certainly hoping and wishing that not only will their team win, but to be home and probably with a duvet around them. Some of them certainly get some bench coats on and making full effect. It's a cold evening, but part and parcel of football. These are the games that the years you'll remember, particularly semi-finals, and opportunity here for all these guys to make a name for themselves. It's an offside there. It's Hamilton who's offside. Billy McGee trying the through ball. 1.5 minutes to go. Glenavon 1, Portstewart 1. the opportunity that fell at the feet of Leon Stafford. In extra time, it's been Glenavon who have had the lion's share of possession. And also the efforts on goal. 30 seconds remaining. 30 seconds for a winner. Good take from Adams.
Good tackle. Hey, ref. Oh, ref,
For some support did Josh Adams. Looks as if he's ended up winning a precious free kick for Portstewart. A real chance here. Great position. Will they choose to shoot? Or will they choose to conjure up a cross? I'd be tempted to shoot myself. Should be following in on the back of this effort from Kenzie Gamble. Duffield, the Portstewart players. Gamble. Oh, it was headed towards goal. Of that there is no doubt. Glenavon clear, and there is the full-time whistle at the end of extra time. So do stay with us. We'll have to get set up. I'm not sure which end they'll choose to take these penalties. We'll have them for you. And one way or another, it will be Glenavon or Portstewart who progress to the final of the Under-13 NIBFA Cup. Okay, well, here we go. Finished 1 each after normal time, and then after extra time, Leon Stafford, the goal scorer for Portstewart, put them one up. And then Charlie Hill scoring for Glenavon. It's now going to be 5 penalties apiece potentially. These two teams. Well, the first penalty, you can see it's going to be taken by Portstewart, and it's going to be taken by Kenzie Gamble. Kenzie Gamble has the opportunity then to put Portstewart in front. Gamble, oh, he hits the crossbar. And that means still to get a team to edge in front. So still 0-0 in the penalty shootout. He's going to be taking for Glenavon, Taylor Hamilton. Taylor Hamilton up against Ashton Dallas. Hamilton! Oh, that's a great save by the goalkeeper. Superb start. Great action. No goals though. Still 0-0 in the penalty shootout. Great guess that was by Ashton Dallas. So far, missed by Kenzie Gamble and by Taylor Hamilton for Glenavon. Next up, it is the goal scorer for Portstewart, Leon Stafford. I think he's odds on to score, and there he does. He puts Portstewart in front in this penalty shootout. It's 1-0 in the shootout to Portstewart. Advantage Portstewart. What can Glenavon do to respond? Next up, it's Corey Hamilton. Hamilton, and his penalty's been saved as well by Dallas. So it remains 1-0 in the shootout to Portstewart. And 2 misses so far for Glenavon. Still to find a way past Dallas in this shootout. No McGrotty up against Carter Tuffy. Oh, Tuffy almost got there. Well, that's a fine penalty. He got it right into the corner. And that means that Portstewart go 2 up in this penalty shootout. Glenavon really need the next penalty to wind up in the net. Austin Galt. Next up. Oh, what a penalty that is. Sublime. Great goal by Austin Galt. And he makes it 2-1 in the penalty shootout here. Glenavon scored 1 goal, having hit 3 penalties. And for Portstewart, next up, it is Alfie Glenn. And Glenn manages to score. And Alfie Glenn does brilliantly under so much pressure there, playing a year up. Manager's son makes it 3-1. This is the 4th penalty. Needs to go in for Ethan Jennett. And Jennett does manage to score. Puts the ball under the goalkeeper, Dallas. And he reduces the arrears in the penalty shootout. It's now 3-2 to Portstewart. So if this goes in, this is the 5th penalty. This pretty much wins it then. Sends Portstewart into the final, the under-13 NIBFA Cup finale. It's Josh Adams who's stepping up. Can Adams score the winners? Up against Tuffy again. Adams for Portstewart. Oh, he puts it away. Josh Adams. And that, to me, the player's only realising it now. That is Portstewart through on penalties to the under-13 NIBFA Cup final. On penalties, it finishes 4-2. After the game had finished 1 apiece after normal time and extra time, but it's Portstewart who progressed 4-2 on penalties here this evening at Crumlin in the under-13 NIBFA Cup semi-final. In that final, they'll go on to face Glentoran or Cliftonville. Please do stay with us this evening. We'll be back soon with more action. Semi-final of the under-15 NIBFA Cup. It's up next between Crusaders and Glentoran.